this is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood.
You are my BRF.
What's happening, Eric?
There for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Whoa!
How did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendation scale.
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God.
It's like I see off for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, you stay out of this, Arnie. And I thought,
I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not very true. Okay.
And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot.
I don't need to tinkle.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to a very special edition of the On the Runs podcast. We are live at the Boston Marathon Fan Fest, brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. We are wicked excited to be here. We have some really cool guests coming on the pod soon. But first, I must say hello to my amazing, kick-ass rock star of a co-host, 6-star Erica. What's up?
How's everybody doing? We have a crowd today. Thank you so much, Eric. It is such a blast to be here. I mean, I think we made it.
We got a ways to go. We made it to Boston, I'll tell you that. We've had quite the day so far. Got off to a late start. Kids will do that to you. Mm-hmm. But let's talk a little bit about our day before we bring on our first few guests. You and I met. We met in Andover. We carpooled down here. Went to Sullivan Station. Took the T in.
Super easy.
We got some food, and then we've been here for a few hours because I knew we were going to do some work. I really didn't tell you exactly what we were doing, and we were emceeing for about an hour and a half at the Fan Fest, and you were a little nervous.
To say the least. I mean, that was my first experience doing any sort of emceeing, and you just tossed me right to the wolves. You didn't care.
I did.
But it was not as bad as we thought it was going to be.
It was so much fun. We spent, 30 minutes walking around the Fan Fest, seeing everything there was. So we had notes. We're taking notes, and we knew what to tell people. And then we had, so we're telling them, go to the Sam Adams tent. Go to the Adidas pop-up tent.
Go to the Bank of America tent.
Right,
play some games.
Food.
Have some fun.
Then we brought people on. You remember Jess?
Of course. She's sitting right in the front
right
here. We're so excited to have you back.
Jess was awesome. And then we had people from Dick's Sporting Goods. We had people from Adidas come on. They might be coming on again later today.
Oh, excited about that. Excellent.
That was fun. We were talking in front of a crowd that's something new.
Can I tell you one of my favorite parts, though?
Tell me.
I don't know if you can hear him in the background, but we got to announce the band that is playing right now, Booty Vortex. And for that very reason, they are instantly my favorite band. I got to say their name, and I was beyond ecstatic about it. It was so much fun.
They were fun. We've seen so many cool people. We met the WMUR crew. We had Kelly and her cameraman from WMUR, who we also saw at the Cheap Marathon a couple weeks ago. So that was awesome. Listen, I do think we need to talk about our day in a little bit.
Yes, that's totally fine.
We got some time to fill where we're going to talk about Boston Marathon facts. We're going to do some trivia, but we do have a couple guests we know who are coming up today.
Absolutely.
And I think we should introduce them first. I don't have my soundboard, so no.
You just did it. I think that's fine.
But
that works.
I think we got to bring our first guests on. We have Conan and Dan, a.k.a.
the Bearded Runner
from the Boston Bulldogs. Come on up, guys.
Woo!
What's up, fellas?
Nice to see you guys. We're so happy to have you up here. Thank you for joining us, especially on this kind of chilly day. Yep, go ahead and pop those on.
Chilly day. You know what? I'm going to put my hat on, too, because
I just have to say it feels so much nicer because the wind is going that way, and we have a nice, backdrop that's blocking the wind from us. So
this is maybe the warmest spot of the fan zone right now.
Yes.
You know what? No, the warmest spot is Devin's little tent there.
Yep,
Devin's got it because he's got all 4 walls up. But guys, first off, pod fam favorite, the Bearded Runner, also known as Dan Leschek, also known as Forrest Gump. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, microphone.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Dan, I need to thank you because when we found out about this, it was kind of the Saturday night a couple weeks ago. And we get the contract and everything, and it says, oh, by the way, we're Adidas. I don't have any Adidas shoes. Dan hooked me up. Check out these beauties.
Wait,
I love how you stick it in his face.
Check them out.
You guys definitely coordinated. You're matchy right now. But thank you, Eric, for sticking your foot directly in Dan's face. That was just Primo.
Little karate chop there with my foot. Dan, how you been lately? We haven't talked to you since last year's Boston Marathon.
Doing good.
That's not true. I've talked to him. You just got to get out more.
I got to get out more. Dan, you brought a friend, and I'm super excited about this friend. I got to talk to him the other day on the phone, but first, let's get to know Conan Langlois. How are you doing, Conan?
Doing well. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks, man. All right, Conan, let's start with you, buddy, because we don't know you yet. We know Dan very well.
And I just met him 5 minutes ago.
You just met him 5 minutes ago.
This is going to be a good chance to get to know each other.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Conan.
So, born in Massachusetts. I belong to the Boston Bulldogs running club. I've been a member for 7 years. I was not a runner before 7 years ago. Grew up playing sports and stuff in my life, but never really thought about running. I'm in recovery, and the Boston Bulldogs are a club that supports people that are in recovery. And so I decided to go down and check it out, and from there, life has kind of changed drastically for me. Over the past 7 years, my life has evolved into something I would have sold myself short of.
Oh, so was it the Bulldogs themselves that actually got you started running, or was it something else?
No, it was the Bulldogs. I was running a little bit when I first moved into Boston, about 2019, and a buddy of mine was like, hey, you like to run? I was like, yeah. He's like, you should go check out this Boston Bulldogs running club. So I just showed up one Saturday morning.
That's awesome. Tell us about some of the people that you've met there.
Oddly enough, I met Dan there.
Excellent.
Dan's a member. He's been a member for a couple of years now, and also tons of other good people, but I met my wife there.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we love a good love story.
We need a love story here. All right. What happened first? Bulldogs happened first. So let's talk a little about your first couple days, weeks, months into the Bulldogs until maybe the point you met your wife.
So I met my wife on week 2, and she's actually the head of programs and outreach of the Bulldogs.
Okay.
So she kind of runs the whole show. And at the time, it wasn't like it is now. It was a little bit more relaxed. And so Mike Ferrulo, the founder, was still around. So my first couple of runs, I showed up. Mike Ferrulo gave me a call, as he did to everybody when they showed up there, just to introduce himself and wanted to let you know he's there to support you and kind of give you some more information about the Bulldogs. And then the following week, my wife showed up because they were all down at the Cape or something, I think, doing a run.
Oh.
And they were doing the Superhero 17. And so they, 15 Bulldogs showed up all dressed up in these, crazy costumes. And that was the first time
Tell
I
me
met
a little bit more about this race. Or is it even a race, or is it just a training
the Superhero
run?
17 is just all the charities get together. And they all dress up in superhero costumes on the 17-mile run.
How fun is that?
Yeah, they just all kind of run out on the carriageway on the marathon course.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
So that was my second time there, and then from there it kind of just evolved, and I come to realize that the Bulldogs, as much as they are a run club, there's so much more inside there that they do to help you with an overall holistic approach in recovery.
Okay.
And life in general. So I feel like their 3 principles could translate to anybody.
Can you share those principles with us?
I can. So the first principle is self-leadership, which is basically you're just going to show up for yourself, right?
Okay.
And anybody who's trained for a marathon can relate to the fact of Monday morning, it's 4 a.m, you're going to get up and run those 6 miles on your own, and nobody knows if you do it or not, but you got to get up and do it and show up for yourself. The second one is transparency, and that's more about just being honest with yourself, basically being mindful. And then the third principle, which I think is the best one, is give it back, which is what I'm doing today, is give it back to the Bulldogs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Who teaches you those? When do you learn them? Do you learn them on day 1, day 2? Is it an introduction phase or anything when you're joining the Bulldogs?
So basically the Bulldogs have an internal program called Full Circle 1, Full Circle 2, and Full Circle 3, where they'll present you with a wellness sponsor, and that sponsor will then kind of teach you more and more about the club. And you go through this 6-week program with him. You'll set a running goal. The first one is just a 5K, because a lot of the people that come into the Bulldogs aren't runners.
Oh, so they're starting from scratch?
From scratch. Dan can tell you there's people that couldn't run from one telephone pole to the next, and then a year later they literally run in the Boston Marathon.
That is incredible.
So they kind of set you up with that, and through that first 6-week program, you learn more about the Bulldogs, you learn more about the internal programs and the core values, and then you can go on to do a Full Circle 2 and then a Full Circle 3.
Was there a hook? You went there on week 1. Was there a hook that brought you back to week 2? Was there a person or a friend, or you just felt good and you wanted to keep going?
So I think it was week 3, honestly, when Coach Mike Ferrulo showed up there for the first time, and the energy and just the stuff he was talking about in the circle. So they have roundups before you go for a run. You kind of introduce yourself, and he kind of shares a little bit, and just the way he was talking and the language he was using was just something I never really heard before. and it resonated with me. And then, like I said, it just opened me up into this completely new world and way of thinking and internal thinking, and got me reading all these crazy books, and now I'm like a completely different person.
Dan, did you have a similar feeling? Because I remember when you joined the Bulldogs, you were, kind of in a phase of your life. I think you were in between jobs. You're really into aviation. I know you don't drink anymore, but at the time you were, and you were kind of trying to figure things out. What was that hook for you?
I think it was with Conan, actually, because I was with a run with you, and I was complaining about the hills. I'm like, this absolutely is dreadful. And it was just Quincy Hills. And he said, if you just keep showing up, you keep running, it's going to get better. And it got better, and I kept showing up.
Now, so you met him early on. So who was a Bulldog first, Conan or Dan? Conan was. So, Conan, do you remember the first day you met Dan? Did he have a beard like he does today? Did he look like a different
I don't
man?
think it was as big as it is now. This thing has evolved.
I think it was
into
like
its
this.
own zip code. Look at that thing, I remember the first time I met Dan. Like most people, they come in a little timid, kind of shy. You're coming into this big circle of people, and there's a lot of energy, and everybody's like always smiling down there. Like that was like I guess another thing back to that question that I think about it now. It's like I went to this run, and all these people were smiling, and I was like, why is everybody so happy here? Like, what is going on? Like I'd never seen that, right? And like there's no alcohol and no drugs involved in my life, and I'm like thinking like that was like the only time I thought I was happy, and then I saw all these people happy, and I realized it was literally just from physical movement, which is insane. But back to Dan the first day, I remember that, telling him and talking to him about it. It was great.
Now, we've heard stories. We've had Ashley Coffey on.
Yeah.
I think, was his name Ari? We had Ari on too. And
We had Coach Mike.
We
forget that,
Coach Mike on. Everyone kind of has a story before the Bulldogs. What was your life like before you found the Bulldogs?
It was a mess. So I'd say from when I was like 12 till 41, I was just chasing after what I thought was joy and happiness, just continuing to try and find it through substance abuse and alcohol and sex and money and you name it. I tried to find it in everything, and it was rough. I mean, I got an older daughter too. I have 2 kids with Megan now, Charlie and Riley, and I have an older daughter, Alexa, who I convinced myself in that darkness that she'd be better off without me, and so she's 18 today, and I haven't seen her in 15 years.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. I talked to her mother enough, and I'm trying to work on getting back in her life, but I allowed that to take that from me, and so that was like when it kind of really got dark, and I just went down this path and started doing everything I never thought I would do, and continued to cross every line in the sand I'd never cross, and finally I overdosed at 41 years old, and I used to always say, I'm not afraid to die, and then I died, and I was scared, and so for the first time I raised my hand and said I need some help, and that's what got me out here into Boston, and that's what got me to the Bulldogs, and now my life is, like I said, completely different. I mean, I remember holding my first daughter at like 3 weeks old and in the glider, and apologizing to her, telling her I'm sorry already, because I didn't know how to love. I didn't know how to love her. I was afraid. I knew I was going to mess her up, and so I look back at that, and now the conversations I have with Charlie and Riley are like the complete opposite of that, because coming here and finding the Bulldogs and meeting Coach, I learned how to love myself, and so now that I can love myself, I can love everyone else.
Conan, I just have to say thank you for sharing. I know that's not an easy thing to do, and also we're so proud of you for reaching out for help. That is something that is not easy to do, and you are just so strong for doing that. And I mean, look at you now. It did turn things around, and as hard as it is good, and I'm glad that it helped you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Who was the friend that brought you to your first Bulldog?
So his name was Tim Menard. I don't know if you remember Tim. He might have been
Timmy the Truth?
Yeah, Timmy the Truth.
Timmy the Truth.
Was that his nickname?
Yeah, that was Coach named him that.
Okay.
I met him out at a pizza place one time. It was after an AA meeting, and he's like, dude, you should come down to the Bulldogs and run with us. And I was like, all right. So I just showed up.
So you went to find help.
Yep.
And eventually you're doing AA meetings. Yep. And you meet people in AA.
Yep.
And this guy, Tim the Truth?
Tim the Truth.
Yep.
He brings you to the Bulldogs.
Correct.
And the impact that has had in your life since, all right, getting help is one thing. It's the steps. Everything's a step program. Where would you kind of place finding the Bulldogs along your journey here? Like along one of those steps, does that get placed in a step there, or is that somewhere beyond the steps?
I would say it's the most influential part of it. So right when I got sober, it was like 3 months later, the world shut down. COVID hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And so like AA and everything at that point, it kind of got taken away, but we could still meet up because we were running outside. And so I think without the Bulldogs, I don't want to go ahead and say I wouldn't be here today because I don't want to blow Coach's head up too much, you know. but I think honestly, it helped me get through. They taught me how, how to be a man and how I'm supposed to act in life and how to deal with those cravings and urges and just hitting the pavement, quite honestly, was probably the biggest thing. I mean, I remember like a lot of Saturdays I would just go home after a run and then just didn't really know what to do with myself, a lot of energy and just go run. And then that's when that transparency piece would come into my life, is I go on runs without these headphones on and then just talk to myself and listen to myself and forgive myself.
That's not an easy thing to do, learning to talk to yourself and listen to yourself. Like that's not something I'm even used to doing, and just channeling how you're feeling is such a good tool.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not supposed to say that running is therapy, but it is a good tool.
Depends who you are.
I've learned. I don't want to get yelled at, but it
Kelly
is a good
Roberts
tool.
is listening out there somewhere.
It is a good tool to help just channel how you're feeling and just break down those emotions.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I would say 50 to 60% of the people probably run for mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Or they would say it relieves some sort of
Yeah,
stress,
right.
whatever that is,
Absolutely.
right? Like,
The Bulldogs, everyone has an incredible story. Like I said, we know many of them, even Patrick Karen, right?
yeah.
How often do your stories get shared amongst the Bulldogs? Do you guys get together after runs, before runs? Do you ever talk offline, on the phone, have conversations? Is there ever a point where you guys, almost like an AA meeting, is there ever a point that happens for the Bulldogs, or you guys just get together to run and get away from it all?
I would say every run.
Every
I mean,
week.
you guys are friends with Mike Goff.
Yeah.
And he said there's something to be said about when you're running side by side with someone, you're not face to face, so it's a little bit easier to open up and talk. And so I think that happens a lot on pretty much every run. I would say, you're either listening to somebody's troubles or what they're going through in life or what their struggle was or et cetera, and vice versa. So I would say every single run we're on, people are channeling recovery and life, and because we're not just a running club that's out there for those who are in addiction, it's those to help those who have been affected by substance abuse as
Okay.
well, or anybody who just wants to be part of the community and willing to like be aligned with our mission.
So that really opens the Bulldogs up for inclusivity.
Absolutely, anybody, come on down. We're happy to have you.
Excellent.
That's awesome. It's an amazing community. We've been very fortunate to talk to many people, and that's why we wanted to have someone from the Bulldogs on. It kind of feels local. We're here at the Boston Marathon. We want to have people from Boston on and talk about the Bulldogs because we love Mike. Mike was so good in his talk, and one of my takebacks from my memories from Mike was, I said, Mike, when we talked on the phone, I want this episode to be about you, your story. He goes, no, I want to have my people on. I'll come on if you want me to, but I want to highlight my runners. And it was we had Beard, we've had Patrick, we've had Ashley, we've had Ari. The Bulldogs just were incredible. So that's why we wanted to talk to you guys and highlight you guys. And you're right, when you're talking or running side by side with somebody, you just start to ask Erica. She knows more about me than many others do. That I share
I mean,
while
being
running.
friends for 20 plus years, that definitely helps to learn a lot.
We're
about
not that
somebody.
old.
But I digress.
We're gonna get to Dan soon. We love Dan. But you mentioned you met your wife, Megan, 7 years ago on week 2. I love a good love story. Spare no details. Tell me, you showed up on week 2. You're like, all right, I'm gonna keep coming back. Look at this girl, Megan. Who made the first move? What was your, where did you take her on the first date, and how did this evolve?
So I think it was, we hung out a lot, but it was just platonic for a long time. She's got a couple more years in recovery than me, but I think she was at a point in her life when I first came in that everything was working so well. And I think, at least myself, I guess I should speak, when life was so out of control for so long, and I finally got a hold of that, it was like you don't really want to add anything to the
Right.
sauce to make it screw it up. So I would say it was like 2 years in the making of us having this great friendship of just hanging out, going out to eat a lot. having some great talks and really just getting to know each other before it kind of like really evolved into something. And then it was like really quick moving from there. We got together, we started dating probably for about a year. I asked her to marry me.
How'd you do it?
How'd I do it? I did it over in the Seaport. Had her sister and her mother hiding in some
that.
bush over there.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, she was pregnant with our first daughter, Charlie. And then 2 years later, Riley.
Charlie
Beautiful
and
family.
Riley.
Yeah.
Great names.
And so I don't really know who courted who. We did like at the beginning kind of maybe go on what I would say is a date like a month and a half in. But like I said, again, she was like part of the Bulldogs, and at that point there wasn't many people involved in it, and it was maybe she thought it wasn't the right thing to kind of fraternize with the
Okay.
members.
I mean, I
which
get
I
that.
respect,
I get
right? I mean,
it.
it's not like they had the HR department. We don't have an HR department.
True.
But I think it's like one of those type of scenarios, and maybe a little bit of fear. So, but yeah, life today with her, I can't imagine. I'm so proud of her. She's running Boston this year for like her second year in a row. I ran Boston in 2024 for the Bulldogs. I qualified, which was great because I didn't have to raise money.
It's always a little bit of a burden,
No,
but
absolutely,
for good cause.
absolutely. But this is like her 7th or 8th Boston and her 12th or 13th marathon overall.
Incredible,
So
yeah.
she's like a runner, and Dan's a runner, and maybe you guys are. I don't really consider myself
Hey,
a runner.
if you run, you're a runner.
No, I
That's
get
full
it.
Stop.
But I think right now what I'm saying is if it was like raining out, I think I would not run.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel that because my only Boston was 2018, and I just had to go with it. So that was not good running conditions. Fair weather runner over here.
Yeah, I mean, if I was training, that's one thing, but
Yeah.
I'm not like that runner. I don't.
I was the same until this past summer training for the New York City Marathon. It was raining one day, and I had to do a workout, and I was just like, you know what? It's not that bad. Let's go out and do it. Because you never know what's going to happen on race day.
That's
Yeah,
what
for
our
sure.
friend Maurice says. He always says there's no treadmill on race day. So what are you gonna do? Just do it.
Just get out
I
there.
can't do the treadmill.
Nope. not your thing. Treadmills, no.
This past winter, yeah, we can.
It's tough. Dan, Beard, Forrest. Listen, I know you've been on
The
the
answers
pod
to all of those,
before,
yes.
but let's, for the people listening for the first time, because it's been a while, tell us your Bulldog story.
Back in August 2022, I was thinking about wanting to do the Boston Marathon. It's been on my mind for a while, and I was attending the Orange Theory in Quincy, and a woman overheard me saying, "You want to run Boston?" I said, "Yeah." She was like, "Hey, there's a run club right across the street that might have bibs for you." So I go home, I research the run club, and I actually broke down and cried because I read all of the core values of what they stand for. I said, this is the group I need to be part of because I've been looking to stop drinking because it was starting to take over my life. And I was like, well, this is my chance to go and maybe get a bib. So I showed up. It was Monday, September 12th, 2022. And like Conan said, everyone just had smiles.
Smiles.
Like, why is everybody so happy?
And I'm like, all right, this is pretty good vibes. And I'm just there in my like big old satchel thing and weird shorts, running shoes, the wrong size, everything. And I'm like, all right, let's go run. And I keep telling everybody, I want to run the marathon. I want to run it. And they're like, you're going to do it. Trust me, you got the good vibes and everything. And I put in my application a week later. And then Coach Mike Ferrullo called me on September 30th. It was a Friday, going down to the Cape and said, hey, I got great news. You're running for the Bulldogs for the Boston Marathon in 2023. And the rest is history. And here we are today.
Incredible. Do you, what do you remember, Conan, about that first time you saw Dan? I mean, he's in there again. You've been a Bulldog for a while now, and you got a new person. So not only what do you remember, but how do you kind of approach a new Bulldog with their first week or two coming in?
Well, I guess it all depends on like how I feel their personality is. Sometimes I let them ease into it. You don't want to like be on top of somebody, kind of give them some space. But Dan was pretty outgoing. He right away was like, I want to run the Boston Marathon. That's pretty much what he was there for, I think, at the beginning of it. And I was like, well, you're at the right place. We can probably get you a bib. Just gonna get ourselves there. I do remember though, what was it? So the hill part I remember, and then I think he was a little, maybe, I don't want to say nervous. Were you nervous?
Probably.
Yeah. I think I remember being a little nervous. So I think once again, I kind of just like went with him, went running, listened to him, let him talk. Kind of just like let it happen organically. And then he did whine about the hills.
I did.
And I was like, if you're going to run Boston,
You got to
this
run the
little-
hills.
This little hill in
Yep,
Quincy
yep,
here
that's pretty
should not be
important.
the one you're worried about.
So Dan, I think you've run every Boston Marathon since. You ran 23.
Yeah.
You ran 24.
No.
Oh, not 24.
No, I skipped.
So last year.
Well, we definitely did 25.
Yeah.
We remember him
Yeah.
from that
Yeah.
year.
And
I think
then-
everybody does.
This year you're running the Boston Marathon again.
Yep.
And then immediately after you cross the finish line,
Yep.
you're going, taking a shower.
Yep.
You're going to Logan.
Yep.
And you're flying to London.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Close
ever
enough.
done a back-to-back like this before?
No.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Yeah, but you've done the ultra. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I did an ultra,
Did it
so
all
we're
in one
fine.
day.
That's
So-
I know,
ultra
right?
marathon.
That's right.
It's nothing.
Not a big
Come on.
deal.
With
You have like
6
a
days
week
of
rest.
rest.
What are we
Yeah,
talking
6
about
days.
here?
It's totally fine.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
fine.
I'd be more nervous about the flight. Like you're on an overnight
I know.
flight, red eye. Do you have like a lay down seat?
No.
No. So
I've
you're
com-
gonna be
Not
in
everybody
economy.
can afford
I know.
that, Eric.
We're not
You're
all
gonna be in
rich here.
economy. You're gonna be crammed up. Like after running a marathon. So bring yourself like a roll recovery. Or
I got compression pants.
There you go.
So I'm getting those on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit about your story, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You're the bearded runner.
Mhm.
Let's talk about the beard.
Okay.
When did it start? I saw a picture of you one day.
He's iconic,
I think it was
everybody.
April Fool's or something.
Oh,
And I
yeah?
was like, you shaved it off. No, it was an old photo. I didn't even recognize you.
Yeah.
Tell me the journey about the beard.
I was dating someone at the time, and they're like, "Oh, you look great without the beard." So I kind of shaved it all off, and I was like, "Oh, great." And things didn't happen, so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let anyone tell me how I want my beard to be. I want it to be the way it is, and I just let it go, let it flourish. It was 2022, and since then it's just been growing.
Do you ever have to trim? Do you have to give it maintenance?
A little
Do you have
bit.
to give it color?
A little
I
bit.
mean, you're losing some color over here.
Yeah, I want the.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
I want the
gray
salt.
hair.
I want the salt.
There's nothing
yes.
wrong with no hair either.
Come on.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No.
Last year, you called me, maybe about a month before the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
You're like, I have a vision. Nobody knows this. Can you keep a secret?
Yep.
And I'm like, Dan, I don't know, but I can try. You told me you wanted to run as Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
You had the shoes. You had the shorts,
Yeah.
the top.
Mhm.
You had it all. And we're going to make a skit. We're going to make a reel. You're going to run over. And Erica and I were going to act like we're news reporters. Why are you running? Are you running for world peace? You know, what's
Are you
the-
running for the animals? I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
what's in it.
We actually had a script. We had Ian, and he wrote it on a piece of cardboard. And Ian,
I still have that somewhere. I kept all the signs, so it's somewhere.
he hid behind kind of the camera, and Erica and I weren't really looking at you. We were looking at our lines. We had to get it right because we had one shot. And you had the greatest line ever. What was your line?
I just felt like running.
I just felt like running.
That's it.
So, tell me about
So good.
Forrest Gump. You had the beard.
Yeah.
What was the vision? When did you come up with this concept and what led to the phone call?
I think when I knew I was going to run the marathon, I had to do something crazy, and I wanted to do Forrest Gump. So I actually reached out to Mike Scott, and I said, "Hey, I have this crazy idea." He's like, "What?" He's like, "I want to run as Forrest Gump, but I need to do it in a certain pair of shoes that a certain brand made back in the 70s. What do you think?" He's like, "Well, are you gonna fun run it, or you're gonna rip it?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna fun run." He's like, "Send it, just do it, get them." So I bought the shoes because they just came out with that shoe, I think a year prior. They re-released it. So then I was on the mission to get the shoes, the shorts, the wig, and the shirt, and that was it. And I kept it quiet the whole time, and I didn't even wear the shoes until race day.
Nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
No one knew
Dan,
until
nothing
race
new
day.
on race day, and here you are wearing a brand new pair of old 70s style shoes.
They were
How did they
so
treat-
they
how
were
did-
so clean too.
How did they treat your feet that day?
Great. I had no blisters.
I am shocked, actually.
Actually, the leather upper protected me from all the water and the moisture.
Okay, fair enough.
You ran with a friend, and I think the story was you met this friend at the starting line.
Yeah.
I think her name was Jess.
Yes.
Jess said something along the lines like, "This was the greatest day ever. I felt like a star because you're running with a celebrity." Tell us like how you got Jess to stay with you, because I'm thinking Jess probably had the camera and she's helping you get content, and she was like, did not know that was going to be her day until she ran into you.
I crossed the start line, and 0.1 miles in, I hear, "Dan." I'm like, "Oh crap, it's Jess." And then I'm like, "Crazy idea. You want to just run the marathon together?" And she was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we just party paced it the whole way, just unplanned. And just having a great time, vibing it out.
How often were you not wanting to stop, but just have to stop because everyone wants a photo. Everyone's sharing Forrest. I'm sure they're saying, "Run, Forrest, run!" And how often, like, were you taking pictures and was your name getting called and you having to like turn around and say hi and do all the fun things? Because your prediction for a time to meet us was about 30 minutes late.
It was probably every 10th of a mile.
Every 10th of a mile.
That really doesn't surprise me.
But-
If seeing something that iconic on the course, I would be like, oh my God, it's Forrest Gump. But I do have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
With the amount of like stopping and weaving, how much mileage did you actually do that day?
I don't know. I should check my Strava.
I bet it's probably a solid 27 and a half
Probably.
miles, something up that way.
Well, that was impressive. Are you going to be running as Forrest Gump again this year on Marathon Monday and 6 days after in London?
Nope, just 6 days after in London.
Oh, so you're not going to run as Forrest
No,
here.
no.
Is Forrest going to be like you bringing him out just every once in a while? Because you did run the BAA half marathon
Yep.
as Forrest Gump.
And I ran the New York City half, but he's upgraded. He has new shoes, race day shoes. He has new pair of socks. I have a weave that clips on the inside of my hat. I have a new hat, and I have a new pair of quarter tights that go underneath the actual shorts so I can put in my gel. So he's
Nice.
Forrest Gump got an
modernized.
upgrade.
He's
Yep,
gotten modernized.
yep.
Yeah.
Conan, he didn't tell anyone about this Forrest Gump, costume he had, the whole setup. He was legit, like, head to toe Forrest Gump. What was the reaction from the Bulldogs when they saw this for the first time?
I'm not sure what the reaction from the Bulldogs was. My reaction was like, this dude's crazy. But I get it. I mean, like when he was growing the beard, and we'd always, as a group, join these crazy 5Ks where you dress up, Halloween, etc. And one year he was like Yukon Jack.
Yes.
So
God.
Dan's always down to have a good time, and I actually love it because he still promotes the Bulldogs. So whatever it takes to get more clicks and to bring more awareness to people in recovery, I'm all about it, however we're going to do it. So
Absolutely.
I'm proud of him, happy for him, and I'm happy. I mean, it seems like he's like so into it, which is great. So
Yeah,
whatever
absolutely.
it is that does that for you, that's awesome.
You're bringing the creativity
Alright, yeah.
and just showing people that you
Yeah.
can have fun
Yeah,
without alcohol.
exactly. Like get out of yourself. A lot of people can't do that.
Absolutely.
I can't. I'm working on it.
Yes.
For the Superhero 17, I actually was Fat Thor.
Yeah.
Fat Thor. Stop it.
Yeah.
Did he have the hammer?
I had the hammer,
Picture
and
didn't
that's where the
happen.
wig came
You can
from.
show us later.
Absolutely.
Put that
Love
on the
it.
gram.
Guys, this was incredible. We have a couple final questions for you in a moment. Erica might have a quick little game too, but I just want to say, Dan, thank you so much for everything you've done for us and your support. Conan, I've talked to a few other couples in the running community. I kind of want to do like a couples series.
Sure.
I think it'd be a lot of fun to have you and Megan come
Sure.
on the podcast, and
Her story of how we met will be a little different, I'm sure. She's going to say that I went after her, but I'm just putting it out there now. I'm first. That's not what happened. It's the other way around.
that will be a lot of fun. Erica, you have your blind rankings game.
Yes.
Do you want to do this for Conan and Dan?
I sure do. I'm going to have to wing this, though, because it's in my phone, and my phone is behind the stage. So, I have a blind rankings of things to do on Boston Marathon weekend. So, you guys, I'm going to tell you something, and you're going to have to just put it in what order you think it should go in. There is no correct order, so it doesn't
Is
matter.
it 1 to 5?
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Yes. All right. Number 1, duck boat tour.
Can I jump in on this too?
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
all right,
Let's
all right.
get you in on it.
So I rank it now?
Yep, wherever you think it should go.
I'll tell you what. I never went on the duck tour. I took my nephew about 4 years ago, and that thing is amazing. That might be number 1 for me.
I think for a tourist, that's probably number 2. I'm gonna answer these as a tourist, as someone who
Sure,
flew
as a
here,
tourist,
like
yes.
like Jess, someone who flew here for the Boston Marathon. I think that's probably
Absolutely.
number 2 of things to do in Boston.
All right, what about you, Dan?
I would do it too, but you need the right driver.
Oh, yeah,
you need
so
the
you
right
gotta
driver.
get somebody
True, sure.
who knows all the trivia and is pretty
The architecture.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Very informative.
So my next one is the Freedom Trail. Walking the Freedom Trail. Where would
Number
you put
5.
that?
Last thing you want to do is be walking around before
Yeah.
a marathon. Let's
I
be
did,
honest
I did
here.
that for a field trip. 5.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I haven't done it, so 5.
Wow, all right, that one gets the very bottom. All right, the next one is a food tour of Boston. We're talking like Mike's Pastries, just going to the North End for pasta. Where would you rank that?
Number 2, because I already took number 1. I wish I would have known him.
I'm gonna put it as 3. I already took 2 and 5. I'm gonna put it as 3. Food's not always on number 1 on my top, top of my
Wow.
list.
All right.
Number 1.
Ooh,
for sure.
okay. All right, the next one, I'm going to say FanFest. Where are you going to put FanFest?
Number 1. That's why I left number 1.
Way to go, number 3.
All
I was
right.
expecting to hear like a Sox game at Fenway or something, but
We're not done yet. We're not done. This guy jumping the gun.
My last one, a Bruins game.
See, that would be number 1 for me.
I messed
Being
up.
I'm a hockey fan. Grew up playing hockey my whole life, but now it's number 4. That stinks.
See,
Sorry,
that's why
Bruins.
these blind
Sorry,
rankings
guys.
are
Four
very
for Bobby
difficult,
Orr.
you guys.
Oh, 4.
4,
Yeah, that's my
Did you
last
ever
one.
go to a game at the old Boston Garden?
Absolutely.
I wish I could
I
have.
remember there used to be all the smoke in there. You'd be
Yeah.
up above the smoke. You couldn't even see the ice
My
when I
parents
was a kid.
took me
The
for
fog.
Disney on Ice,
Yep.
and I vaguely remember parts of the garden, but I don't remember Disney on Ice. But I remember the building, and I just wish, that I could have saw one Bruins game there.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel
definitely.
like this is a good opportunity to tell you my story about the old Boston Garden. I remember being very young, driving through Boston with my parents, and they were starting to demolish it. And we drove by, and you could just literally see half of it. They cut it in half. You could see all the seats. This was before they did the tunnel. Like it was the craziest thing that just stands out in my mind. And I remember Eric sent me a picture of it once because you could just Google it, and the highway were right by it. And it was just the coolest thing. That's super unique.
They just tore down Matthews Arena.
Yeah,
which was
oldest.
Northeastern.
Did they do the same thing?
Yeah, they lots of pictures. I mean, it's gone now.
Oh.
But there were pictures that looked similar. It's the first ever place the Bruins played a home game, Matthews Arena.
It's like one of the oldest rinks in the country.
Yeah, I think it was the first hockey arena in Boston.
Yeah.
I learned something today.
Too bad they had to tear it down. But you guys were incredible. Listen, Dan, Pod Fam for life. Conan, welcome to the Pod Fam. Let's bring Megan on. Thank you so much for coming to Boston, to the Boston Marathon Fan Fest presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. You came from far because you live in Quincy and you don't live close by either.
South Shore.
South Shore.
Okay.
So
It's even further.
Well, Dan, wishing you good luck. And you're not running Conan, are
No,
you? You're
no.
just supporting Megan.
Just cheering.
So,
Just cheering.
hey, that's a job in
you
itself.
should come by
Mile
19.2.
19.2.
All right.
Johnny Kelly statue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be up at Chestnut Hill.
Okay.
That's where one of our offices are. So.
That's incredible. Listen, I can't wait to keep growing this relationship we have with the Boston Bulldogs.
Thank you for
Continue
sharing.
to have
really. Thank
one
you.
or two of you on every year. This has been incredible. Guys,
So much fun.
Conan and Dan
Let's hear it.
from the Boston Bulldogs, thank you so much. Little.
Me too.
Listen, our next guest has arrived. Thank you guys. But I actually want to pull an audible.
Okay.
I want to bring someone else up because she came here to hang out. She was one of the people. She won the T-shirt signed by 7 American marathoners who are running in the Boston Marathon. Jess, do you want to come up here and chat with us?
Woo!
Yeah, Jess. Jess, how you doing? Jess is from
Have a
Utah.
seat.
This is her second trip to Boston, and you got a T-shirt earlier because Erica and I were doing the emceeing in front of the Fan Fest stage. Listen, we've never done that before. How do you think we did?
You guys did great. It was fun. It's
Thank you,
enjoyable.
thank
It made
you.
me feel comfortable. It was very, very nice.
That's
We
awesome.
appreciate you.
So you're from Utah.
Yes, I am.
Are you born and raised in Utah?
No, I was born in Chile, in Concepcion, Chile.
Very cool.
Now,
Yeah.
Utah has some great skiing,
Yes,
but I
it does.
think Chile has great skiing, and it's
Yes.
in the summertime.
Yes, it is. So it's opposite. So when we have winter here, we have summer there. So usually a lot of the skiers go from the U.S. or other parts of the world to Chile to
Yeah.
practice skiing.
When I make it, Erica, in the summer I'm going to Chile.
Yeah,
Hey, have at it,
absolutely,
man.
it's beautiful.
Will you come with me?
Absolutely,
Show
yeah.
me around?
Yeah.
It makes me wish that I skied. That's the one thing I don't do. I don't like being cold. that's my I don't even know what you want to call it. I draw the line.
Jess, everybody has like a balance. They have to balance the things not to get burned out. So for me, it's skiing. I ski all winter. I run all summer. And I kind of dabble in running a little bit in the winter, but I get out on the mountain when I can. So I go to Utah occasionally for work. When I do, I'm going to go out there and meet you. But let's talk about you.
Yeah.
This is your first Boston Marathon. How
Yes,
you feeling?
it is. Oh, I'm actually very excited. I can just wait to go and run it and just have fun and enjoy it. It's been such a journey to get here, and now that I'm here, I'm just having a blast. It's just been great.
I'm
That's
so
awesome.
excited to
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
The first Boston is always so special, and we just know it's going to be fantastic for you. Weather is looking great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a little chilly, but that's
start,
easy as long
yeah.
as you just dress right. And we gave you some tips earlier about
Yes,
how
you
to
guys
stay
did.
warm, so you will be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of tend to train with the cold weather, anyways. And
Perfect.
most of my races start really, really early, about we have to take the bus about 4 in the morning out there, go up to the mountain. So usually it's about 4 in the morning, and you're freezing. So this is kind of like I'm used to it. So
Yes.
So I can't wait to start.
Now you brought some people with you. You have your
Yes.
husband and you have your son.
Yeah,
your husband's wearing the Utah Mammoth hat. Congrats to the
Yes,
Mammoth
yes.
for making the playoffs, first time in their franchise history. But we're Bruins fans here. You brought them with you. Do you typically bring them around to all your marathons? Do you
Yes.
travel often to marathons? It's like a fun thing you guys do together?
Yeah, that's kind of I know they don't like it as much because it's my vacation time is usually a marathon time. So we've been
It's a
to,
runcation.
Yeah, we've
That's
been-
what I love to do.
So we've been to 6 different states running together. So they're my support team. They're the ones who help me not to forget anything, my bottles, my shoes, my gels, all that. He kind of like make a little list and make sure that I don't forget anything. And wakes up early in the morning, makes my breakfast, gets my everything ready for me
God,
to
can
go.
you guys come with me to run next
The
week?
only thing that I have
Major
to do is
marathon?
just get up and run. So yeah, it's amazing.
What have you done so far in Boston besides, coming on the podcast and hanging out at the Fan Fest with us? What's been some of your favorite things you've done around the city?
Well, one of the things that we did we went to the Hammond Castle in Gloucester.
Oh, you went to
so
Gloucester.
that
My
was-
dad's a
yeah.
Gloucester guy.
Yes,
we call them Gloucestermen. Yeah, they're always from Gloucester.
Very nice. It was, I believe, it's a fisherman town. We learned quite a bit out of it. But the most special thing is my husband here. He's part of the Colby family, one of the first ones that arrived to Massachusetts. So we went to the Macy Colby house and visited. We got a private tour.
Wow.
So that was actually very nice. So he got to learn a little bit about his family. So
Nice. You ever heard of the movie called The Perfect Storm?
Yes, he told me about it. I
Yep.
haven't seen it, but yeah, it is based on something.
True
that
story.
happened.
My dad went to high school with 3 of those guys. My dad's a
wow.
Gloucester guy, so he played street hockey. Go watch the movie. There's a guy who gets a hook through his hand. Like that guy grew up in my dad's neighborhood. So
Really?
That's small world. Great
Yeah.
movie. George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg did a great job. The Andrea Gale. What a story. Gloucester
yeah.
is quite the fisherman town.
We really enjoyed it. My son wanted to eat at cannoli, so we went to this little cafe called the Sicilia Coffee or Coffee Sicilia, and it was really very, very nice. It was a small shop. Everybody was talking Italian, the Boston accent, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
Best of both worlds,
this is
yes.
just like amazing. And he had his cannoli that he couldn't have the first time around, so it was very fun. So it was very interesting to see, and we kind of soak in the culture.
Yeah. Now for Monday, have you done any course recon?
Yeah, which part are you looking forward to the most?
Of course, the hills.
Do you like hills?
Yes,
I love hills.
I don't
We'll
like
be-
hills, but that's where the challenge is.
Yes.
Is the hills. So that's what I'm focusing on. I gotta hit the hills and just get your energy for it. So
Now, right before the hills,
Mile 19.2.
you're
Runners
gonna-
left.
Yeah, you're going to run by mile 19. There's an aid station. Water, everything. Get what you need. And then hug the left side of the road. You're going to see us.
all right.
We're going to have a sign. We're going to have... What do you need? Erica will go to the store and get you what you
I'm
need.
going to have waters, some Coca-Cola, and probably some little baggies of candy. So if you need
Candy,
some of, that.
course. Get some
Got
candy.
you covered.
Some sugar.
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
we'll do it. Jess, I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
I can't wait to follow you. What's your bib number? Do you know your bib number off the top of your head?
It is 19754, I believe. I have
I'm
it.
going to see
here.
if I can
Yeah,
remember
I
this.
can remember it. Yeah.
754.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
get
it's-
that down. We're gonna look for you.
Oh,
we are
here it is.
absolutely gonna look for you out there on the course. I can't wait to see it. Thanks so much for honestly helping us get comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think Erica has something for you.
19759. So if you see me running, just say hi.
All right, I will try my best. But before we
Steve,
go,
write that down. 19759. Put it in your
like, I don't have
tracker
a
app.
pen.
It's easy to remember.
We got Mr. 305 here, by the way. He's gonna be our little assistant.
he's our helper. But before you go, we have a little something for
thank
you.
you so much.
So we have some My Race tats. So I'm
Oh,
not sure
nice.
if you're familiar with them, but we have a Run Boston tattoo to just get you through. And then these are some face sparkles. Like, it's also a tattoo. You just
Okay.
put them right over your nose as some freckles, and it's going to help you be fun and sparkly and get you through Boston and with smiles.
right,
Lots
yeah.
of smiles. So go ahead and take those.
All right,
and
thank you so much.
we wish you the best of luck, Jess.
gonna
You're going
be
to have a
wicked
blast.
awesome.
Yeah, thank
It's
you
gonna be
guys.
wicked
You're
awesome.
amazing. Thank you.
Take
Thank you
care.
so much. That was awesome. If I had my soundboard, there'd be a little...
Yeah, we're gonna probably annoy everybody with that one.
I'm pretty excited about the Utah Mammoth, by the way. I go to Salt Lake City sometimes for work. Not actually Salt Lake City. I go like 3 hours outside. A little town called Price, Utah. You ever heard of it? That's where you're from?
No way.
Well, not only do I go to Price, we stay in Price. Then we drive like 40 minutes into the middle of nowhere, some town called like, I can't think of the town name, but it's population 1. I'll share pictures with you later. We go there. So if I'm ever there for a Mammoth game now, I'm going to go to a Mammoth game, but
Good
big
to know.
hockey fan
I
here.
still have to visit I'm doing the 50 States Marathon Challenge just over a course of my lifetime. And I'm thinking of St. George. How is that one? Is that one good for a marathon? All right, I'm getting a thumbs up. So I'll think of that.
What are the chances I mentioned Price, Utah, this little town, and this guy right there is like,
I love
I'm
it.
from Price.
This is fantastic.
We got our next guest coming on. This is a Pod Fam favorite. This is an Ali G show favorite. And also, I see Ali G in the crowd. So I think we need to bring Dan Foley and Ali G up on stage. What's up, guys? Come on up. Hey, buddy.
Do it again.
Really?
Dan, it's a pleasure to officially meet you because we've only spoken just through podcasting, so it's nice to meet you in person. Welcome. And Ali G, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Always great to see you.
Are you warmer?
I am warmer. I'm warmer. I had to do an outfit change. I'm sorry.
No, you look great.
I tried to keep my old outfit on, but
I am not warm. I'm freezing.
Dan was like,
But you
can you
understood
please?
the assignment.
I did.
You did. You did. So I got to meet Dan last year in New York City at the Peloton Shakeout Run.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And you've kind of created quite the friendship with the Peloton crowd. You're buddies with Alex. You're buddies with, I think, Ben.
Isn't Alex your trainer? He's your coach, or
His brother.
Oh, it's brother. That's
brother
right.
Nick,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay. Still
and
good
Nick's
connection.
actually running this year.
That's
So,
amazing. We'll have to add him to the tracker too.
Yeah. He's
It's a big
he's in
tracker
wave 1.
list.
He's aiming for like a 240. So.
Oh, so he's not gonna stop.
No.
We'll get a wave maybe. We'll
Yeah.
see. But that's awesome.
So, and I'm really excited that Allie's here because, Dan, you came on the podcast last spring, about a year ago, and we did that little Boston series. That was a lot of work. We didn't do it again this year. It was a lot of work. But you came on, you wanted to come on around the fall and talk more about the Skinny Pig Project. And I was like, I would love to have you on, but I actually think you should meet Ali G. And I hooked you up with Ali G, and now I'm a little, jealous about the two of your relationship. You've been on a couple times. You're trying to get her to join Team Skinny Pig. I mean, the two of you have kind of built this cool relationship beyond the pod.
Yeah, it's been great. So first of all, thank you to the two of you for
Our pleasure.
introducing me. You popped my podcast cherry last March, right? So, and here I am. And then you introduced me to Allie, which has been fantastic. Through her podcast, I was able to get Doug and Selena from the Peloton community to run Boston this year for Team Skinny Pig.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really, really cool. They raised close to $45,000 for Team Skinny Pig, which
Not
is
a
amazing.
big deal. I stole Eric's line right there, but hey, that's huge.
And Allie had me back to kind of give a recap of my New York experience,
Yes.
which was, this is not the place to say it, but New York,
Don't say
the New
it.
York City
Don't say it.
Marathon was my favorite marathon ever.
Until Monday.
I mean,
Well, you're not running Monday.
I'm not running Monday, but I will tell you, the Boston finish line, there is nothing like it. The Boston finish line is the best finish line, for sure.
Agreed.
At what point, so I ran New York last year, and I don't think there was any point besides one small little section where the crowds weren't going nuts and wild. That kind of happens in Boston as you make that right, and then you make that left down Boylston. And then you got the Wellesley Scream Tunnel in mile 19.2, but Boston, you're running through small towns. You're running through, you got Hopkinton, Ashland, Farmingham, Natick, Wellesley, Newton, Brookline, and then Boston. I knew that. I had that in my head. I didn't forget that.
Framingham.
Yeah, that was pretty
Did I
good.
say it wrong?
I'm impressed.
Boston's small town. It's neat because in New York you run through the boroughs, and then in Boston it's a small town. So the crowds are a little less until you get there. So it's like a build up to the finish line, which is pretty epic.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look, Boston's very unique. I love starting in Hopkinton. The downhill is pretty amazing. There's a bar in Ashland on the left where the crowd is insane, and they're 3 deep by, 8 a.m. before the race even starts, right? And which is incredible. And you're right, you have those lulls, but it makes those moments where you hit the bigger crowds that much more meaningful, right? So I can think of like mile 5.5 is where my family usually is. I believe that's right before you get into Framingham, maybe. I don't know, you
I've
called
only
out
I've
Framingham,
only
so.
run it. Well, he said it wrong, so.
All right.
But I've only run it the one time, and I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember a second of it.
And that's like the first like boost of energy you get, and then you get to that halfway point, and then you get to the Newton Hills. So yeah, there's a lot of build up, and it is a fantastic marathon. Don't get me wrong, it's up there.
I say I gotta
I
run
love
it.
Boston.
I gotta run it to compare. We do know one thing though. They're both better than Chicago.
100%.
You guys, just give me.
I'm not hating on any cities.
Sorry, Erica.
Anyone from any city that wants to run for Team Skinny Pig, I love you all equally.
Speaking of Chicago, real quick though, I'm so sorry I missed you. He was there last year, and I was looking for you on the wrong side of the road.
That's all right.
I tried so hard, but you got some awesome pictures. But thank you for being there.
Absolutely.
And supporting apparently the third best of the majors, I guess. I don't know.
6.
What?
Wow. Oh, that's crazy.
I feel very jilted right now.
So you mentioned Team Skinny Pig. Let's talk about Team Skinny Pig. Allie, by the way, jump in here as like a third co-host at any point with Dan, ask some questions. But Dan, tell us the origin story of Team Skinny Pig.
Yeah. All right. I just came from the Dana Farber marathon kickoff party, pasta party, night of inspiration, whatever, however you want to call it. So I might get a little emotional, but Team Skinny Pig is in honor of my brother, in memory of my brother, and he passed away from cancer in 2024. Team Skinny Pig is a team we created to walk originally the Jimmy Fun Walk in 2023, and the name comes from my niece. She wanted to name their family pug Skinny Pig, which I think would have been adorable.
Yeah.
And
it gets my vote, so yeah.
Me too.
But
It's cute.
he was named Bruno instead, which he's a fantastic little bug, and I love him. Reminds me of my brother every time I see him. So in honor of him, and to kind of give my niece those kudos, we named the Team Skinny Pig, and now we have the Team Skinny Pig Fund that raises money for Dana Farber, specifically for my brother's oncologist, Dr. McGregor. And he's doing a lot of research with the money we're raising for renal cell cancer. And thanks to Eric, we now have a goal to raise $1 million.
What was the original goal?
The original goal was $100,000.
And 1 year ago when we met and talked on the pod, where were you at in that 100K goal?
I believe when I was on the pod, we were at maybe about close to 50,000.
Close to 50. And then in the fall, when you jumped on the LG show.
And then again,
Yes.
you jumped on the LG show.
Yes. So
what were
it
you
went
at?
to 80,000. I'm happy to announce that we are just shy of 150,000.
Wow.
As of
Not
today.
a big
Yeah,
deal.
that's incredible. Oh, that
Yeah.
deserves a button.
Yeah.
I wish we had the sound.
Wish I had my soundboard.
Yeah.
I need it back. We'll have it next year. I already talked to them
So
about it.
Dan, is that an official goal, $1 million, or is that just like I'm gonna say it is, and we'll see what we can do kind of
So
goal?
the official goal that I have signed paperwork for committing to
Yeah.
is 350,000 right now.
Okay.
It was the 100. I upped it once we reached that, but we're gonna hit $1 million. There's no doubt in my
I
mind.
love this.
When you commit to that and you sign paper, is there a timeline? Is there a commitment to get that by this date? Or is it just at one day you'll give them 350K, you'll write the check?
So they do 5-year commitments at a time. So that way they can tell the oncologist or the doctor that you're fundraising for, hey, you can count on this amount of funds by year XYZ.
Yeah.
So there is a 5-year commitment to whatever I sign. So right now I have until 2029, actually 2030, which sounds crazy.
It does, doesn't it? So far away, but so
Insane.
close in the grand scheme of things. I mean,
I'll be 45. Wow.
Oh, let's
You're
not
so
talk. Let's
old.
not
I'll
talk
be 45
about
this
those
summer.
numbers.
So
I don't feel so bad. No.
Yeah.
Hey,
Allie, you're the baby on the podcast.
fine.
right
We're
now.
like a fine wine, Dan. I think
Yeah.
we're two good-looking guys.
hey, and you know what? I ran my fastest marathon ever last year.
Yeah.
That's
See,
right,
I
you
love
did.
this. Faster as a master. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like channeling that because I turned 40 this year. And I'm looking forward to the longer cutoffs. Like, give me
We're
5
all
extra
40.
minutes
Allie
to
hasn't even
qualify.
hit
Let's
30
go.
yet.
Yeah. 30 this year, though, so.
Dan, I hate to do this to you, but $1 million is not the end. I think the
God.
cool thing about Skinny Pig and about your foundation is it has no ending point. You know, Dana Farber is going to be around for, and you are talk about a little bit, elaborate on your partnership with Dana Farber, but like, it doesn't have to end when you hit 100,000. It doesn't have to end when you hit 350. We can keep going on, and when you hit 1 million, your next million comes even faster. So
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Is there like, there's no end goal, but what is like your vision for the future of Team Skinny Pig?
Well, I would say I really want to do it long enough to see whatever research Dr. McGregor does pay off, and to see the type of cancer my brother died from be curable, right? I mean, the survival rate for what he had, I think it's at 17% right now, right? Like, to see that increase every year, and to finally see someone that's been cured of it, and to maybe have them run for Team Skinny Pig would be incredible.
Right.
And just to continue my partnership with Dana Farber and maybe even other cancer institutes to just, I don't know, make something bigger of my life and just remember my brother.
When your brother was diagnosed, what was that survival rate percentage at then?
I've said this so many times, and now I'm like, pretty sure it was 8%.
8%. So now we've gone up 11, and 17 is not a lot.
No.
Like that 8%. So your brother was diagnosed. How much longer did he have to hang around?
He passed away about 3 years, almost to the day that he was diagnosed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then if he was around today, seeing what you're doing, what do you think he would be thinking?
It's funny, Allie
Didn't
actually
I
asked
ask
me
you that exact question?
I did my notes. I redid my research. I listened to the Allie G show.
It's gonna make me cry.
I think he would be incredibly proud, honestly, to know that we were trying to give other families a chance to have more time with their daughters, with their sons, with their parents, their brothers, sisters, all that. He would also probably tell me I'm ridiculous for doing so much of this, but he also knows that this is what I love to do.
Right.
Before this, I was on Teddy's team for
Right.
10 years, raising money, and I don't know. It's nice to put something good into the world, and especially now, like this world needs more of that.
You are certainly doing that. If I speak for everyone, that is such a huge commitment that you have put yourself to, and you are delivering. And I just think that's absolutely amazing. And just keep it up. This is so.
And you're not new to the running game. You're not new to this running community. Before your brother was even diagnosed, you're running marathons.
Yes.
Many. You have plenty. Like, how many Boston marathons now?
You know, I was trying to think of this earlier. It's either 11 or 12. There was one virtual one in there during COVID. I don't know if that counts.
It counts.
Oh yeah, it counts.
It counts.
So it's over 10 for sure. Last year was my favorite by far. I mean, I PR'd. I got my freeze pop at mile 19. Is that where you were?
Yeah,
19.2.
So that was amazing. Probably don't need freeze pops this year.
I don't think so.
hand
I'll give you,
warmers.
We are the freeze pops.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I used to always joke and say, like, I hated running Boston because it always beat me. Like, I always had this goal, and I could never hit my goal, whether it was the weather, whether it was just me giving up on myself. And last year, I got my PR. I hit my goal by like 12 minutes.
Wow.
And I just fell in love with it all over again.
Yeah.
So I will run another Boston, for sure.
For Team Skinny Pig.
For Team Skinny Pig.
course.
Absolutely.
And right now,
Come on, man.
Team Skinny Pig is growing. You are now reaching out, and others are running for Team Skinny Pig. You have Doug this year, and someone else, I forget the name.
Yep, Selena, I think she's going to be here shortly. There's Doug in the crowd right there.
Oh, there's Doug. How you doing, Doug? And then Team Skinny Pig is expanding beyond Boston. The New York City Marathon. Are you trying to fill a team right now for New York City?
I am. I have one spot left.
Is this on purpose?
But yeah, I have one spot. So Allie actually recruited someone for me.
Oh,
I did.
How'd that happen,
We're
Allie?
besties now. You forgot.
Who'd you
We're
get for
besties.
him?
I got my friend Candita from Germany. She's running for Team Skinny Pig.
She is. So that's one down. I have one more spot left. So Allie's going to think about it and let me know on Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan
Oh,
said
she's got a
Dan
deadline,
said
you
he's going to
guys.
ask me on Tuesday after the marathon
Here, quick,
highs.
run this marathon, and while you're still like reeling over that, let me know your
That's
answer.
exactly the
Absolutely.
tactic.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't disagree. It's a great one because I'm going to say yes, probably.
Yeah,
How
as
does
you
team,
should.
How does Team Skinny Pig acquire a bib then for a race like New York or Boston? How did you get that part going? Because I think you work with Dana Farber for Boston. What did you have to do for New York? And do you have plans to go beyond New York, Chicago, Tokyo, Sydney? You're going to take Allie around the world.
Yes.
Raising lots of money for a great cause.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm really good at fundraising. I'll give myself credit for that. I don't give myself credit for much, but I'm pretty good at fundraising. And through the partnership with Dana Farber, they know that I can commit to raising quite a bit of money. And so I do commit to raising well over what they require for a minimum for them to give me a couple bibs for different marathons. So that's how I got the New York bibs. Right now, I did have a Germany bib, but I had no one take me up on it this
No
year. And now, so that is
way.
come and gone.
Isn't that one of your favorites, Erica? What the heck?
I've run that twice, and it is
Steve,
wonderful. It is
305.
so much fun. Yeah,
If
that
Jess
was a
wants to
great
go
one.
run the worlds, run for Team Skinny Pig.
So I'm running Germany Berlin.
You
this year.
are.
I am.
Somebody had to take the bib.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's right.
So I'll be
Yeah,
there.
coming up.
And then I do have a Tokyo bib for Team Skinny Pig as well that I'm going to be running. I think it's in March this year instead of February, if I recall. I'll have to look at that.
I feel
but
like it is a March race, but an early March race, like
Yeah.
the first or something. I don't know.
And then I guess I'll announce it here, but Dana Farber does not have bibs for London, so I am going to plead and beg Abbott and let them know.
Abbott.
Let them know that I would love to still raise money for Team Skinny Pig. That it'll be my 6th star.
Oh,
and
come
that
on,
it'll be my,
Abbott, let's go.
Yeah,
And
come on, Abbott.
It'll be
We're
my
gonna quit
50th
this.
marathon.
We're gonna.
Whoa! Okay, you can't say no to that.
Okay, we're gonna
Wait,
quit
so-
this.
Wait,
put it on YouTube.
in
tag
1 week
Abbott.
or in a year?
No, in a year.
He's
in a
got to
year.
run. He's
So-
got to run Berlin first. That'll
Yeah.
be in September, and then he can. Well,
Berlin,
and Tokyo.
Tokyo, and then I want to finish the 6-star journey in London next April for Team Skinny Pig, my 50th marathon.
Dear
so that's,
Abbott.
That's my plea.
Abbott.
Abbott, please.
Team
Please.
Skinny
Please.
Pig. Dan Foley. On the Runs podcast. The Ali G Show. London Marathon 2027.
If we have any
we go.
pull whatsoever, please.
We'll all go together. We'll put on a show. We'll do it all for
Don't
you.
hold it against us, Dan, if this doesn't work. But I'm sorry.
It's going to work.
We're trying.
It's going to work.
I mean, look, I know I could sign up for a number of charities for London, right? There's a ton out there. They're pretty low minimums for fundraising, but I don't want to do it for anyone other than my brother.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do.
So if someone's listening and they're like, oh, there's a spot open for New York or Tokyo or London one day, what kind of commitment do they have to make to Team Skinny Pig?
So it all depends on the race. Boston is a $20,000 commitment, which Doug and Selena blew away. Fantastic.
Nice work, Doug.
Yeah, Doug.
Yes.
Dougie.
By the way, Doug, Selena's somewhere in FanFest. I think she's texting me right now, so I don't know if you want to look for her for me.
If you want to go find her.
We're talking Selena Samuela, right?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay,
no,
because
no.
I'm like, she's the only Selena I can think of right now, so okay.
I mean, that would be pretty awesome. Dan is in the know. I mean, you're good friends with Alex. And the fun part was you were on one of Ali G's tracks, and he jumped on, a little surprise, and it seems like the two of you were like brothers.
He's become a great friend. Our banter back and forth is great, and I appreciate him so much and all the support he's given me. And I think he's going to help me with my Berlin planning a little bit. So we'll see what I got in Berlin. But it's been great.
Allie, what was that like?
It was the best. I was laughing while I was editing because it was like I was sitting in a room with two brothers like bickering back and forth. Like it reminded me so much of me and my sister in the way that like we bicker and like we give each other so
like
much
me and
crap.
Eric.
Yeah, or you and Eric, or me and Eric.
Yep.
Every day, and it brought the biggest smile to my face because it's so evident that you have this amazing connection with Alex and just your bond is incredible. And I love watching it, and I loved. Obviously, I love that he came on the pod, but it was so amazing to witness.
He's a good guy for sure, and I miss that banter with my brother. That's been one of the hardest things, right? Is just losing that connection. But to have a lot of people in my life have stepped up and kind of reached out and reconnected with me, and I don't know, I just formed a really special friendship with him, and
That's awesome.
great.
We did that series last spring, and you were our last interview. And I would say, like, Erica, we busted out, 8 one Monday and 8 the next Monday? More than that, because we had over 20 people on. I'll tell you, that was a lot of work. But you were the last one, and Erica and I were just like, all right, come on. Let's do
Man,
this.
you had me in tears at one point.
Every time.
You're just so endearing, and you can tell how much you care about, like, honoring your brother's legacy and raising money for trying to cure this someday. And, like, you just had me. I was in.
Well, and part of the story is, one of the most common things Erica says to me before we record is, can we make this a quick one? And before you jumped on, she says, think we can make this a quick one? I'm like, yeah, it's been a long time.
It's not your fault.
You were the longest one.
And I was more than okay with that.
And then the response we got after was like unbelievable. I think I put yours first or second on whenever it dropped because I'm like, this was that good. And this response we got was incredible. Everyone's like the whole series was worth it, but you were like the icing on the cake. Your story, it was so good. You had us both. And then I'm like, when you wanted to do the episode, I kind of have this thing, like, I don't want a repeat guest on right after, like within a year. But I can move you over to the LG show. And again, like I said, I'm just a little upset I did that now because she stole you.
I think it was me begging Eric. I was like, no, please let me interview Dan. And he was like, well, I'll ask him and see what he wants to do. And I was like, Eric, please. I'm
That
like,
might be
please
right.
give me
That
this
actually-
solid.
No,
I'm like,
Eric,
do me
you
this
might be
solid
right.
and let me have Dan. You can go through our DMs.
She might be right.
I was like, please let me reach out to Dan.
I don't take compliments very well, so I'm getting comfortably I'm nervous now.
We're fighting
And
over you.
that's a wrap.
Never have two people fight over you like that.
To go back to your question that I kind of veered off from, if anyone would ever be interested in running for Team Skinny Pig, on Instagram we're Team Skinny Pig, pretty easy to find. But just send me a message and I'll be happy to chat and talk about fundraising minimums and whatever I can do.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Allie,
Eric.
you're running the Boston Marathon on Monday.
Yes, I am.
Let's
Sorry.
go.
You are
Eric.
fast. You have run some fast Boston Marathons. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready. I know that when, like, 3 weeks, 2 weeks before the race, when you have this mental thought and you're like, I wish it was today. Like, you just know you're ready. You know when you're ready?
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, I wish this was last weekend. I wish it was the weekend before. And now I'm like, oh, well, it's finally here. I should just actually execute.
So let's just get this going.
Like, let's get it done, you know? But I'm excited.
You and I talked recently. You just ran a PR on a whim.
I did. Yes.
Wilmington?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Tell me about Wilmington. How did that happen? Because, a week or two before the race, you were not planning on running a marathon.
I was not planning on running a marathon mid-training cycle. I'm so sorry to Matt and Molly for listening to me saying that I would take it easy, which I did, in all fairness. It's funny. I have this friend who I met. Shout out Drew. I met him at the Chicago Marathon. He came up to us, no joke, complete stranger. I have never seen him ever in my life before. Came up to us on the street in Chicago. I was not running that year. My sister Kate was running. And, oh, hey.
I got to get some content because Erica's never going to do it.
My phone's over there, dude.
Yeah. And Drew came up to us on the street and he's like, hey, you guys seem cool. It was like me and Kate and a bunch of our friends and whatever. Anyway, long story short, we connected on Strava and Instagram. And I go to Wilmington, North Carolina all the time in the summer. My family lives there. And so he texted me and he's like, I didn't know you come to Wilmington. So we became very good friends. And he texted me a week before the Wilmington Marathon. And he's like, hey, I have this thing coming up. And I would love if you came to do it with me. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's
Just
like,
a casual
he was
marathon.
like, well,
Like,
one of my
what?
friends got hurt and he needs somebody to take his bib. And I was like, well, I'm getting sick of making up my own routes for 23-mile runs. And what's another 3 miles?
In
when
the
you
grand
run 23?
scheme of things, I mean,
come on. So, yeah, I
There's
did it.
No better training run for a marathon than a marathon.
Then a marathon, that's right. I
Not
did
gonna
it.
lie, I did that too.
I
did
have as
Myrtle
well.
Beach
Every
like
week.
3
I mean, don't
weeks
you have to
before mine.
run
Yeah.
more than you're supposed to?
Yeah, totally.
So I did it, and I felt really good, and I just tried to maintain pace, and I tried not to psych myself out like I typically do when I'm like going after my goal and I'm actually achieving it in real time, and then you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why I have to stop and slow down because I'm gonna crash and burn at mile 20, but it never happened. So
the best.
I maybe it was just a good day, but my coaches are amazing, my training was amazing. And
Mike and Molly, shout out Backline Running.
Yeah.
One of the nicest shirts I ever wore running. And I wore it, nothing new on race day, right? I did it for New York.
did it.
And I'm so lucky that shirt was that nice because no nip chafe.
Oh, that's pretty
right.
good. Yep.
It was great.
That's right.
I looked awesome too. The shirt looked awesome.
Yeah, it looked
I
awesome.
It
didn't
looked
get
great.
hooked up with a shirt.
I know.
Okay,
you know what?
I can
I
hook you
didn't
up
get hooked
anytime.
up
You had to
either.
pay for
I
it?
had to pay full.
okay.
Well, no, I got no.
The allergy
I
discount.
got the allergy discount.
I'm leaving. I will hook you guys
I was
up
expecting
anytime.
though someone else to pay for it.
Okay. Is that why you invited me here?
Put you on the spot. I walked in really hoping to meet Matt, but I met someone else, and then it was really cool shop he had. It's in Brooklyn,
Yep.
right? I get them mixed up because
Go
I always said
Honest,
my
Brooklyn.
sister's from Brooklyn, but she's really from Queens. But I went there, parked, really cool store on the corner, and I even think they have an upstairs. You guys did a show before, and it kind of has like a, I don't know if a cafe feel is the right feel, but you walk in, there's just kind of like a low-key vibe,
Yeah, you're like-
chill,
you could chill.
hang out.
Okay.
It's not like a retail store that you walk into any retail store and it's just lined up with clothes.
It's got ambiance.
Like,
It does
like the
have
clothing,
ambiance.
the shirt I had to get actually, I had to walk in the back.
Which is cool, I will note, because the great thing about Backline is that they print everything on like a screen press.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's so cool to watch it. And
You get to actually
the
watch
Well,
it?
I actually learned how to do it. I
Skills.
cannot say I'm great at it, but I'm no longer calling myself an artist. I don't know why I ever said that. But it's cool because when you walk in, as Eric said, it's like a little hangout space, and they have some stuff
They
hanging
had maybe
up.
2 racks with like maybe one of everything at a size.
Yeah, and you
then
wanna-
if you want it, they'll go get it for you. Or
Oh,
you,
cool.
Yeah, and then if you walk in the back, you can see how it's made.
That feels like a more tailored experience than just
Yes.
just shopping.
It's
So,
amazing.
Yeah.
It's like that
It's
sounds like the
amazing.
city upscale experience.
Yeah.
versus,
That's
you know,
exactly-
we need a
where I'm
backline
from,
Boston
and you
office.
Yeah, we do need a
How are we
I don't
going to
get
grow
that where
that?
I'm
How do we
from.
Matt
do
and
that?
Molly, how are we going to do that?
We need investors.
Yeah, we do. I know the person who runs the Backline Instagram page. They're pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't follow on the runs.
I only met
though.
her like one time.
Guys, this was super cool. Dan, you've been such a cool. We're so honored to know you and to have you be part of our podcast.
That's an understatement.
Yeah,
man.
that is an
This
understatement.
is,
I
you know,
appreciate it.
when we left that series we did last year. You know, we love Dana Farber for the breast cancer awareness month. We do like a Christina Cocoloto, right, and
Jay Duncan.
Jay Duncan.
Yeah.
But help me out on the one, the hockey mom.
Ann Keene.
Ann Keene. Like, we met her during the series, too. And so we've always been big supporters of Dana Farber. But there's this one story where I was trying to raise money for adaptive sports. And I lost out on sending money to a huge, like, our work. They sent the money to some huge company. I'm like, no, these adaptive sports, small charity, they need the money. I always kind of go for the small guy or the guy who does the thing on their own. And that's kind of what you are. And I got hooked on that. And I met you in New York at the Peloton Shakeout, and I said, dude, whatever we can do in the future, I want to do it with you and Team Skinny Pig. And you're kind of like on the side with Dana Farber. You work along with them. So
Yeah.
I'm super happy, and I'm looking forward to everything we can do and us and the Allergy Show to help Team Skinny Pig.
100%.
That's awesome. I appreciate it, guys. It's been great to have any kind of platform. So this has been great.
This has been great. We'll do it every year.
Every
We'll
year.
keep spreading the good word in New York and Boston, and one day London with Team Abbott.
That's right,
And
Abbott.
my daughter would be really upset if I didn't mention this because she told me to. She has planned a 5K for Team Skinny Pig.
Whoa.
Yes.
A little unconventional. It's during the summer, so it's going to be.
I love summer
It's gonna
running.
Yeah, I
be
mean,
in Au-
it's
gonna be
better
in
than
August.
My language.
All right, so it's going to be early August before she heads out to Foss Running Camp.
Oh,
Fun.
But I will give you more details on that as it gets closer.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it. Locally, I hope.
Yes, it's
All
going
right.
to be in our hometown of Uxbridge.
Awesome. That's going to be so much fun. Let us know. We'll pump the tires for that. We'll show up if we can make it.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to keep doing this with the both of you. Allie,
Yeah.
it is 7:43. How'd I do?
Oh, right
How'd I
on
do?
time.
Real quick, if you want to pump the tires for the LG show, edited by
By Newt over here.
yeah. Ooh,
From
she
On
called
the
me
Runs.
Newt. That
That's usually my thing. So
Well,
that
that-
means you're in.
that means
Allie's in.
real friend. Real friend.
Really?
yeah.
Is that what it means?
He doesn't
Yeah.
let everybody call him that.
No.
I don't even.
no.
I don't even know if you're
It's
letting
not
me. I
that.
just
It's
did
the
it.
people
I
who
went for
really
it. I
know
went
me
for it.
call me that. So
Yeah.
now you really know me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you're new
He's,
from on the
look at
runs.
him. He's smiling. He's
I
like,
know.
I love
You're
it.
blushing. You're blushing.
I love it.
I
Where'd
love
Jess
it.
go, by the way? We need Jess back here. So.
We'll
You
give
just get
Jess.
aired.
Well, there's a couple Jesses. There's a couple.
There are so many
She's like, I
Jesses.
came back. I came back.
I think we need to, when Jess gets here, we need to bring Jess up, but I also think we need to bring Doug up. You think
Yes,
Doug's ready for a
Dougie.
podcast?
Doug.
That's Selena right behind him.
Oh, Selena, you want to come on?
So I think I should give them the floor.
Please.
Oh, let's do it.
Thank you, guys.
Let's do it.
You're the
Guys,
best.
thank you so much. Kick butt on Monday, Allie
Have
G.
such a blast.
Very
It was
nice.
so good to
Officially meeting.
officially meet you. I love you.
Thank you, man.
Have a blast, and I'll have
Thanks for
your-
being a
your
part of
stuff,
this.
So you're all good.
Let's do it, Selena.
This is like a small family feel. So come on, have a seat.
How you doing, Doug? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Take
Hi,
a
I'm
seat.
Erica. It's a pleasure. Have a seat.
Team Skinny Pig. Running for Team Skinny Pig. Let's get to know you first. Let's start with Selena, ladies first. Selena, how you doing? Where are you from?
I'm good. I live in New York right now. I'm originally from the West Coast, from the Seattle area.
Are you in New York City?
New
Or
York City,
New
yes.
York?
Very
What part of
nice.
New York?
I live in the Upper West Side.
Upper West Side. I don't know that. I know Sunnyside, Queens.
Well, just think 2 blocks away from Central Park, and then you're right there.
Right, are you? So you must be right near the New York City Marathon course.
I am, yes. It's really easy to get there.
Did you see me running? I have this beautiful head of hair.
Oh my gosh, I did see
You
you.
remember me?
Do you remember him? He had sparkles. It was
I did.
covered
I
in
had sparkles on
You
my
were the
head.
really shiny one that blinded my husband.
Yes. Yes.
I see. I remember that.
I ruined the picture probably with my head.
Yeah, the lighting was too much.
Are you a marathon runner? Is this your first marathon? Are you experienced?
This is my first Boston, but
Okay.
this is my 4th marathon overall. I started running after I had my son, who's in the audience there. He's 2 years old. And the marathon, the New York City Marathon was my first one, actually.
That was pretty incredible. Wait, not this past New York.
No, 2024.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then what other marathons have you run?
And then last year I ran Berlin, and then I ran New York again.
Are we going for the 6-star?
We are.
We are.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hopefully,
This will get her halfway.
halfway there. Yeah. So I'm excited for it.
That's awesome. How? Well, you know what? I'll ask you that after. Let's get to know Doug. Doug, tell us a little about yourself.
So I am from New York, born and raised in Chinatown, near the Brooklyn Bridge. Very similar running story. My first marathon was New York City, 2024. Had a very horrible experience, but I really enjoyed it nevertheless.
I love those
Oh,
stories.
no.
though. Yeah.
I just got
Tell
really
us- tell us
bad
more.
food poisoning, like
No.
the
Oh.
Friday before.
Listen, have you ever heard of us? This is us.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
our specialty a little bit.
Yeah, no. I mean, it came out the other direction.
Oh, no way. No.
Yeah. I managed to make it to the end, and then the volunteer was ready to medal me, and I was like, I need the bathroom.
Hang on
now.
a second.
You,
Oh,
you didn't get
no.
the volunteer, though, did you?
No, no.
That would have been a better story.
But I felt so bad, I left a tip in the porta potty.
You're a good man, Doug.
He understood the assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my first Boston, and 4th overall as well.
Oh, wow.
Incredible. How did you guys find Dan? How did you find Team Skinny Pig? How did this evolve with you and the relationship you have with them?
So I met Dan through Peloton. We took a lot of the same classes in the studio.
Oh.
And I thought he was so crazy for driving from here to New York for like a 30-minute class.
How often do you go to New York for a Peloton, Dan?
Not that often. What kind of classes do you guys take?
He's like, not that often, not that often.
It was strength actually.
Oh, okay.
And like boot camp, so there was like running elements to it. So.
Okay.
We're big Peloton fans.
Yes.
What is some of your favorite Peloton classes and instructors?
I like Andy Spears, where we met, and in the strength studio. And I like Mariana and Beck Gentry for
Mariana's incredible. She gave me the greatest hug at the Peloton Shakeout last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's great.
She's incredible.
I still need to meet her because I know she's good friends with Allie too. So I'm like,
Yeah.
please just introduce me. I want a Mariana hug. Like I'm looking forward to that someday. Eventually, I'll go to the studio.
We can make that happen.
Okay, now we have extra connections.
We have
This is
people
great.
with connections. Listen, I keep promising her it's my fault that we don't go enough, but we are going to get a Bex run in soon. We are.
I'll believe you
I
when
think you're
when
going to
we
have
go
some
there.
free time in a couple of weeks.
Oh, stop reminding me. Anywho.
How about you? What's your story with Team Skinny Pig, and how do you meet Dan?
So I also met Dan through Peloton with one of our really good mutual friends.
Peloton, I'm looking for a little to come back here on our end.
You meet some really incredible people at Peloton, and so met Dan through one of our mutual friends, and he told me the story of Team Skinny Pig, and I was really moved by how he's turned his grief into something really positive, and really it really inspired me to want to run and raise funds on his behalf.
Now, have you fundraised before?
I did actually fundraise for my first New York City Marathon, but it was not the same caliber of fundraising and involvement. But it was, a really good experience. This entire thing has been really, really great, and I'm very blessed for this opportunity.
Now, Dan is an experienced fundraiser. He's done it for me. He will say, "I'm very good at fundraising." Right? So he's confident.
I mean,
feel like he's really
$150,000 later, that you got to be okay at it.
But what I think though is he's even a better teacher probably. He can help you guys fundraise. What are some of the things he's done? Like
share the tips.
Yeah,
How
the
did
tips
you
that he
guys
might
get
have
there?
given you and helped you learn, because he has to raise 20 grand, so it's 10 grand each. That's a lot of money. What are some of the things you did and maybe that Dan helped you do?
I mean, you just really tap into your network and your community, and just never stop talking about it. I think that was one thing that I learned.
Yes.
Even to the point where if you're asking someone multiple times, they know. So by the time I came here, I had a whole community behind me being like, "Oh, it's time for the Boston Marathon. How are you feeling?" And so that's kind of, I think, one tip is just always getting it out there, no matter who it is. My physical therapist, my dentist, my doctor, everyone knew.
They have money too.
They do.
Yeah, dentists especially.
Tap into those networks.
Yes, absolutely. That's smart. Doug, what were some of the things you did?
Just call on rich people, really. No, I mean, I remember Dan was trying to get us to do a football squares thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm just gonna call
say the
the
least,
top 5 richest people I know and say this is a tax write-off. and
I like your style,
I do
Doug.
too.
I like your style.
but the good thing is, like Selena said, people get invested in you, and that's really empowering. And I think it gives you something to draw on when you're going up those Newton Hills.
Exactly.
So.
Well, this has been incredible. What are your hopes for on Monday? Are we doing a fun run? Are we going for a BQ? Do we have
Victory
goals?
lap,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what I like, the victory lap.
Well, so I don't think you can see this right now, but I'm in a walking boot because
What?
I have a couple partial tears in my tendons. So my goal is really just to finish.
Okay.
I'm very confident I can, but it probably is just not going to be the time I was initially training for.
You know what else you'd be good at? You'd be good at ice hockey, because that's the ice hockey player's mentality right there.
I actually did ice skating a little different, but same kind of a mentality for sure.
Well, if you need anything, we'll be at mile 19.2 on your left.
Wonderful.
What do you need? Erica's going to get it for you.
Well, I'm giving you some My Race tats because
perfect.
this stuff is going to get you through. Here we go.
Yeah.
The least I can do.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm really excited and just looking forward to seeing everyone in the crowds. It's just been unreal to be here this weekend and seeing the energy. So.
Well, thanks for coming here and being a part of this.
Thank you for
This is
having
super
me.
cool. Thank you, Dan. Our crowd has gotten bigger. That must mean we're good at what we do. Yeah, this is awesome.
They're like, get off the stage. It's all me.
We got a couple minutes left. Hey, Doug and guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. Selena. Oh, I should have known that. I love Selena,
Just point to me, Eric. I'm better at that.
That's right. You stick with names. Doug and Selena, this was awesome. Thank you so much, Dan, for
Thank
bringing
you.
them. This was incredible. We got a few minutes left, and I see in the crowd my favorite girl with purple hair. I think we need to bring Jess up. But Selena and Doug, thank you so much.
Thanks
Good
so
luck
much.
on Monday.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Have
Hope
fun.
everything goes well. It'll be good.
Jess, and how about Mr. 305?
Yeah, let's go, friends.
This is fun. And we got our favorite little 2-year-old, too. He got a duck. You wanted the duck. He got the duck.
Maybe next year.
Ah, sit right here. Sit right here. Talking to the mic, and this is fun. Welcome back to the pod. How was your trip today?
It was really long.
It was really long.
Did you just get in today, Jess?
Yes, I did. We got in maybe around 3, a little bit after 3, and then just traffic getting here was atrocious.
Oh no. Here, you need some My Race tats. Let's
I would love some. Thank you.
Over there, Erica's going to get Jess some My Race tats, Steve some My Race tats.
Oh my God.
This is incredible.
More My Race tats.
So Steve had quite the journey too. So Steve, talk about your whole entire weekend. You were not just running. You're not running.
I'm not running at all.
You're volunteering all weekend.
Which is equally as important.
So Thursday I started off volunteering for a small brand, good-sized brand, Salt Stick. So I was over there volunteering for a few hours, walking around, taking everything in. Friday, I spent about 9 hours at the expo with Shocks, which is another sponsor of the Boston Marathon.
Which, by the way, their tent is going to be right over there. So right next to us.
So I spent all day Friday with them. And then this morning, I spent the morning with the BAA, volunteering at the 5K, and then volunteering up the street. So it's just been a full weekend of volunteering and
quite the adventure
hanging
too.
out.
How'd you get here today?
So unfortunately, yesterday I had a little rough patch trying to get home. When I got back to my car in the garage, someone decided to smash my window. So it took me a little while to clean that up, drive home in the colds with no window. Made a post on Facebook last night, and my buddy Justin O'Neill, who was running the 5K this morning, he came and picked me up this morning. Got me down here a little before 7. So I've been here hanging out all day, and then some guy named Eric with the C is going to hook me up with a ride home.
Yep.
Yeah. You're going to be riding with us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast.
I can't
it's
wait.
Be a good time. Yeah, I'm sorry about the car window. You had a cold ride home last night, I understand. And also, guys, go to GoFundMe/305. No, I'm kidding. We're not setting up a GoFundMe for your window. What I think is really cool here is look at us. Look at our jackets. We all have a different jacket. Erica and I have the same. So Erica and I are wearing the Boston Marathon Adidas media jacket. One, how cool is that? We got media jackets.
I still can't believe it.
We have media creds in here somewhere.
They're here somewhere.
Holy cow!
You guys, it has my name on it.
Steve is wearing the volunteer jacket.
Very nice.
Look at that thing. That thing's beautiful. Those Boston Marathon colors, and then you have the race jacket.
Yes.
This is I love that race jacket. Everyone makes a big deal over these jackets every year, and I honestly
for good reason, Eric. Adidas does a fantastic job.
But it's different this year because it's embroidered.
Yeah,
so excited
because it's the 130th. I was listening to another podcast, and they were talking about the decision that goes into that. It's not an easy one. It takes a lot of time. Talk to Dave McGilvery. 14 months of planning go into the race, and we talked to Chris Lodgebaum last week on the pod. They're already looking at jackets for next year.
Yep.
And for 28, he said.
Wow.
So a lot of planning goes into this. They hit it out of the park today with all these jackets.
They really did. Yep. They really did.
So, Jess, you BQ'd.
Yeah.
Here last year.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the time is anymore. They keep changing it.
I don't think we ever do because you can qualify, but then you have to get the cutoff and it's a thing.
But I BQ'd in Chicago, so yeah.
Not a bad race. I hear sometimes.
No, it's pretty good.
We love you because of your social media. You're a preschool teacher.
Yeah.
And we found you on social media years ago. You came on the pod maybe 2.5 years ago. Boston Week's 2024.
Yeah.
But you're a preschool teacher and you do all your running either in your basement or outside at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
and you get
earlier sometimes earlier.
How do you get up that early?
I don't know. I'm just an early bird now. In my 20s, I was a night owl, and now that I've gotten older, I'm like, you know what? I like the morning now.
Are you saying there's hope for me, Jess? Because I'm still a night owl, but I'm almost in my 40s.
There's hope for you. There's hope for you.
Well, that was around the time the bridge fell. Remember the Key Bridge?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
They still haven't rebuilt it.
2 years ago.
I know.
There's
It
still
takes a while to build bridges.
Crazy.
It does. It does.
Crazy. You've had quite the running journey. It's been really cool to follow because I think it started after kids. It was just like
Yeah.
a goal to lose weight. You weren't a runner before.
No.
No.
The only time I did run was when I played soccer in high school, and that was about it. And I hated it.
Yeah.
That's why I was the goalie. But I found running. After kids.
Yeah.
And it was a way to lose weight, and then it just became so much more. And now I set my sights on even bigger things,
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we should end on this. This is going to drop on Monday. And some people might be listening to this on the bus as they're heading up to Hopkinton.
Oh, really?
What is some advice you might give someone running the Boston Marathon on Monday? Both of you, because you both run. Steve, twice.
Yep.
You've run it twice. This is your third year or fourth?
My third.
This is your third. So you're both two-time Boston Marathoners.
Yeah.
What's some advice you'd give runners to end the show?
Again, I would say, enjoy it. Don't stress about it. You're here to have fun. You made it this far. You did the work. You put in the training. Go out, have fun. The crowd is something you've never experienced before, so it's fantastic.
Hey, you took the words right out of my mouth, pretty much. Just give all the high fives you can, and just look around and enjoy everything, and just take it in, because it's not. You may think at the beginning of the race it's going to last a long time, but then you're halfway done, and then you're almost done, and you're like, wow, that went by really fast.
Yeah.
So just take it in.
And if I may say something, be like Jess and smile your way through this course.
Smiling goes
Feed
a long
off
way.
The crowd. Let them carry you.
It really does. I'm telling you. And my friends make fun of me all the time because they're like, look at all your photos. You're so photogenic. And I'm like, I'm genuinely happy to be here.
And that is how you should do it.
That's right.
It's a great name, too. Just over there.
Jess is a great name.
Jess is a great name. Listen, this was fun. Erica, I can't believe it. We filled the whole 90 minutes. We're like, maybe we could do an hour. We had so many notes to do in case we didn't have anyone here to come on. We have all these fun facts, facts about the town, the course, trivia. You had blind rankings, Erica's tips.
Save it for later, then.
And Erica's race prediction. So, last question.
Yeah.
Who's going to win the Boston Marathon on the men's and women's side?
Oh, I was just going by U.S. people, but I am rooting for... I don't even remember who I said. Hang on. Hey, I want Sarah Hall to win because she's one of the masters, and she's just fantastic. Like, she's been in the game for so long. She deserves a win. Let's go. Let's go, Sarah Hall. And then, who else did I say? I can't even find it on here.
We'll just stick with Sarah Hall.
Sure.
Because we've gone over.
Yeah. Oh, C.J. Albertson.
All right.
For him. Do you remember that one year he went out super fast and was leading the race, and then he kind of just bunked? I want him to just keep going.
All
Leave
right.
the whole field behind. Just go, C.J. Go. He's also a Pelton.
All right. Well, what a Boston week so far. We'll be back on Monday night from the Mile 27 post-race party brought to you by Sam Adams.
Right here.
Right here on
Monday.
this stage, and I'm so excited because we have friends like Maurice the Panda coming by. He's going to be here. There's going to be a lot of amazing people here, and we're going to have some people like Jess and others around. So it'll be a lot of fun. But hey, need to shout out a few people who helped us today. One, we have Joe, and we have, I think it was it Joe? Was it Adam? What was the guy's name? Yeah, he's just going to say yes. Because we didn't even get to talk about, we did the emceeing earlier. It was incredible. And Devin, our sound guy, incredible.
And David, don't forget David.
David.
David's in there too.
The Boston Marathon Fan Fest presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. This was wicked awesome, Erica. Take us home.
I hope everybody has a blast at the Boston Marathon presented by Bank of America. I don't know if we said that. But as always, thank you for listening. We love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
And don't forget to stretch.